And on that note of bringing people together, our ending story tonight goes up to the north, up in Westport, as we received a press release at the end of last week that I unfortunately was not able to get to in time for Friday's broadcast. However, it is noteworthy for our Essex County region because the 177th Essex County Fair is ready to have another week of fun this summer, July 29th through August 2nd at the Essex County Fairgrounds in Westport, New York. And that was the Essex County Agricultural Society that is the formal business name, and they have a DBA for the Essex County Fair. That was in the release that my information was correct when I ran that original story back a year or so ago. In any case, October Rose and the returning Jamie Lee Thurston are heading up the music attractions along with local artist Ash White. And I can confirm that Ash White is a very talented local musician, as I heard him play at the Old Miners Tavern a few weeks ago. Also significant for this year's fair is the amusement company Amusements of America joining the fair as a partner. They are one of the nation's leading amusement or carnival companies, and they, in the release, described it as bringing an expanded midway experience. And my sense of that would be that that is entirely an accurate statement because of the fact that they, to my knowledge, were at Addison County for many years over there in Vermont, across the bridge, and likely still are, as far as I can tell. And I do know that from Benny Westover's, that's the Fair Board president's description at the meeting last month, that they are going to, as he put it, take up every inch of the midway there when they roll into town. On Wednesday, of course, I had announced a week or so ago the ATV drag races on Wednesday night. There's also happening Wednesday the harness racing, which is a great homage to history and tradition at the Essex County Fair, with a blast from the past, if you will, and a remembrance of where the fair has come from in terms of its roots. They really are probably one of the only fairs, at least in our area, with that track there. And they said many with that running that style of racing look for that racetrack there. On Thursday they are having the farm tractor pulls, and of course, if you are a motorsports enthusiast like me, you will appreciate that. Friday night will feature Jamie Lee Thurston. That is when he is going on the stage. And also Friday night, for those of us here in Moriah, will want to attend and support the TAC Wrestling for the Gador brothers. And of course, all of their, I guess, entourage, or those who wrestle with them. I know that it's more than just the Gador brothers, but they are the ones who run that organization. And they, of course, put all of their money back into charity and the community, and they are going on at the fair on Friday. The garden tractor pulls and truck pulls are happening on Saturday, along with a silent auction, which to me sounds very interesting. And of course, on Sunday is the Demolition Derby, which is the ever popular event. Perpetually popular. It's been popular every year. The most popular event at the Essex County Fair is the Demolition Derby. Always interesting to me when over in Vermont, it seems like the truck and tractor pulls win the popularity contest, but here in our area, it's the Demolition Derby. Of course, there are also the staples for the fair. The 4-H will be there throughout the week. And of course, all of the exhibits in Floral Hall, along with the showcasing of local farming and agriculture. Always want to appreciate those types of things, remembering that type of thing here in Essex County and showcasing and highlighting that in our world. And of course, the diner behind the grandstands, which the Westover family runs, is always my favorite spot. And I did not write the name down, and I hope they will forgive me for that, but I am happy to give them a plug anyway.